Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I thought we'd take a look at my wrestling collection as of 2025. And of course I have my special helper here, my lovely daughter, who's going to help me show off our collection because she loves wrestling too. And it's just kind of something that a dad and his kids should share together. And I hope if you're watching this video that you had that connection with your dad, and I hope you have that connection with your kids too. So without further ado, would you please hand me a figure? All right, so first up is, do you know this guy's name? Do you remember his name? It's Jake the Snake, and his pet snake Damien, I believe, was the snake's name. He comes with this cool rubber snake. Let's see. Where's the front of the snake? Let's see. Here he is. Try to get a look of his face. There it is. Damien. It's cool that he came with a rubber snake. And here's what Jake the Snake looks like. He's got like a snake pattern on his pants and boots. One of my favorites growing up back in the 80s and 90s. But yeah, number one guy so far is Jake the Snake. Want to put him in the ring? Because after this, we're going to have a battle royale, of course. A modified Royal Rumble. All right, next up, I'll pick a guy. We got a more recent guy here. We got Bray Wyatt. And sadly, Bray Wyatt is no longer with us, but, he can live on in our collections, He can enter the battle royale, and maybe he'll win. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Here we go. Can you put him in the ring? You want to grab me one now? Do you know this guy's name?
The Rock.
The Rock, yes. This is The Rock. Of course, everybody knows him. Not sure about the edition or what year the figure came out. I don't really go too crazy with collecting multiple versions of the same guy. As long as I have the guy, then I'm good. But The Rock, one of my favorites. Here you go. You want to put him in the ring? And then I'm going to grab two guys because they go together. We got Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump, and we got his brother, Rick Steiner. I would prefer if Rick Steiner had like the classic look with the ear covering things, but that's okay. This was the one that I found, so I'm not going to buy another one. It's good enough. I got the Steiner brothers, and they were a cool tag team. They were cool individually too, but they're a cool tag team. All right, your turn. You pick a guy. Pick a guy. Which one do you want me to show next? Pick one. One of my all-time favorites, the Macho Man Randy Savage. This was one of my all-time favorites growing up. Sadly, he's no longer with us either. But man, Macho Man was a legend. A true legend. The guy was great. His gimmick, his talking, everything he did was just cool. He just was a cool guy. We miss you, Macho Man. He was awesome. All right, who's next? Let me pick one. Next up, we got the Big Boss Man. This guy was pretty cool. He was like a prison guard. He would beat people's ass with the prison guard stick thing. I don't know the name of it, but he was cool. Classic dude. You got to have him in your collection, man. All right, here. Now you pick one. Who's next? Good choice. You know his name? Do you remember? No? It's the Ultimate Warrior. Another legend who sadly is no longer with us. But he was awesome when he was around. When his music would hit, he would run to the ring and just beat the shit out of everybody. He was cool. Rest in peace, Ultimate Warrior. We won't forget you, dude. Here you go. Now I'll pick another tag team because I got him right here. One of my favorite tag teams, Hawk and Animal. The Road Warriors, the Legion of Doom, whatever you want to call them. But man, these guys were cool. badass looking, like Mad Max Road Warrior type dudes wearing football armor with spikes. These guys were a badass tag team. Super, super cool. Here you go. Who are you going to pick next? I'll save my favorites for the end. Who you want to pick? Who do you got there? Another fan favorite. This is one of the best of all time right here. Second favorite of all time. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Got the knee braces. Got the bulletproof leather vest. Everybody knows Stone Cold. When that music hits, you know somebody's getting an ass whooping. Legend. One of the best to ever do it. Here you go. Who's next? What's his name? Do you know?
Bret Hart?
Bret Hart, yeah. One of the best. Bret the Hitman Hart. One of the best to ever do it. He used to say he's the best there is, the best there was, and the best that ever will be. And he was great. Awesome, awesome guy. Here you go. I'll pick one next. Well, and you be picking yours while I pick mine, okay? We got Jeff Hardy. One half of the Hardy Boys. I don't have Matt Hardy. I kind of always like Jeff better, but I'll pick up Matt Hardy eventually when I find one. The collection is always a work in progress. There's always more people to add to it, you know. I'm sure all the other collectors can tell you that. But here's Jeff Hardy. Great high flyer. Just definitely going in the Hall of Fame someday, I think, for all that he did. Here you go. All right, who's next? Do you know this guy's name?
Goldberg.
Goldberg. Wait, not Goldberg. You tricked me. It's Goldberg. She thought it was Goldberg. I think this is the figure they made when he was like older, Goldberg. But I ordered it online, didn't really pay attention to that, and it's still Goldberg. At least in my wrestling ring, he's Goldberg. But they made him look old, man. That's all right. Even old Goldberg is still an ass kicker. All right, who's next? What do we got next? And what's their name? Tell me. Tell me the name. You don't know the name? All right, this is Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is pretty cool. Another like lightweight, fast, athletic, jump around, do some cool move kind of guy. Not really one of my favorites, but I don't dislike him or anything. He's cool. Here you go. I'm going to grab Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho was pretty cool back in the 90s especially. I did like it when he was doing that gimmick with the list. Like, you just made the list. I thought that was really funny. But he's another great wrestler. Like him a lot. Had to have him in the collection. Here you go. Who's next?
This guy?
What's this guy's name?
I think he's from G.I. Joe.
He is from G.I. Joe, but do you remember his name?
No.
Sergeant Slaughter. He's badass in G.I. Joe, and he's badass in WWF. I do have his hat and sunglasses and whistle and baton and everything, but I keep the little accessories. Here we go. I keep them in here so I don't lose them. This is where I keep all of this stuff. I got a cool WCW microphone too. And I know those glasses go to somebody else, but Sergeant Slaughter has a hat, a whistle, and sunglasses. And then I got this cool WCW microphone in there for an announcer to use. And I keep it all in this cool little money in the bank briefcase. And that's Sergeant Slaughter. Another legend. Who's next? Which one you want to grab? All right, let's see. Do you know his name? No? Shawn Michaels. One of the best to ever do it. He was a great wrestler, whether you like him or not. I know he had some shitty attitude, and I guess people say he was hard to work with or whatever. But he was great. Fantastic. You know, if he's in a match, you're going to have a good match. And he has to be in the collection. Here you go. I'll pick one next. You pick the next one. We got that big red machine, Kane. Another one of my favorites. Kane is cool. Undertaker's brother. This guy is badass. Big Red Machine shows up. Somebody's getting beaten. Had to have him in the collection. Who's next? Oh, do you know this guy's name?
No.
This is Rob Van Dam. Another high flyer. Really cool guy. Gotta have Rob Van Dam in your collection. Rob Van Dam. Awesome. All right, here you go. Who's next? All right, and here he is, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Really cool guy from, current times. Probably my favorite from the current times, He's a badass, got that Superman punch. Legendary. Awesome figure. Definitely need him in a collection. Here you go. Who's next? We got Randy Orton, another one of my favorites. Randy is great. Been around for a long time, believe it or not. But Randy is fantastic. Everything about him was cool from back then to now. Just a badass, tough guy. Had to have him in the collection. Here you go. Who's next? All right, we got this is my favorite version of The Undertaker. Like the dead man version, the zombie version, when he has like the gloves. I would prefer if the gloves were purple and this thing was purple, but this figure came like this, and it also had the double eagle bells. Came with all that, so I thought that was awesome. It's a recent figure too. It's a 2024 one. I have other Undertaker figures. Like, I know I said I don't buy multiples, but in this case, they each came with something cool that I wanted, so I bought multiples. But this is currently my favorite, and this is the currently we'll play with. Here you go. What's next? Here we go. Everybody's got a price. The $1 Million Man. Another legend. And if you remember, the $1 Million Man and his $1 Million title, he actually brought in Stone Cold into WWF as his wrestler. It was like the ring master, they called him, I think. So he actually was the one who brought Stone Cold in. He was a legend. Had to have him in the collection. Who's next? All right, we got Big Van Vader. Another big guy. This guy, I don't even know if he was in the WWF, but he was definitely in WCW, and he was cool. He was just a brawler. Show up, beat the crap out of everybody, throw them around like they didn't weigh nothing. Take a lot of punishment kind of guy. Had a cool mask, man. This guy shows up looking for a fight, and you're in for a fight. Guy looks like this, but he had to be in the collection. All right, who's next? Here we go. Nature Boy Ric Flair. Nature Boy is one of the best to ever do it. A legend, charisma, everything he did. Every time he touched a microphone, just a true legend and a must-have in the collection. Here you go. Now we're getting down to it. Another legend. I wasn't a John Cena fan at first, but over time, he really did grow on me. And now that his career's starting to wind down, I really got a lot of respect for him, and I'm actually looking forward to whatever matches he has left. He's earned my respect, and he's earned a place in this collection. Here we go. We got Mankind. My favorite character that Mick Foley does. He's like a crazy Silence of the Lambs, kind of a murderer guy. Like, I don't really even know, but he's great. This is a great figure. This is a great character, and I just love it. Had to be in the collection. All right, I'll grab one next. One of the best, Razor Ramon. Razor Ramon. Sadly, he is no longer with us either. Scott Hall passed away. But he will live on in all of our collections, because all of us 90s kids will never forget the NWO or Razor Ramon. But he had to be in the collection. All right, what do we got here? Mr. Perfect, another legend. Guy could throw a football and catch his own football. He was the best. Awesome dude. Sadly, he passed away as well, but like I said, They will live on in our collections. Next up, who do we got? You want to grab one? All right, let me see. Here we go. One of my all-time favorites, Sting, but the Crow version of Sting from WCW. He would fly down on the zip line and start whacking people with the bat, smacking the NWO out of the room. Yeah, man, this was a great figure. Had to put this in the collection. Just an awesome one. What do we got over here? We got Edge, another legendary character. I don't have Christian yet. I just realized from when they were in the Brood, but I always like Edge better anyway. He had a cool theme song. Yeah, I like his coat too. He was just a cool character. Had to have him in the collection. Who's next? What's this guy's name? Do you know?
Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant. This guy's a legend. Everybody knows Andre the Giant. He's huge. If he wanted to destroy you, he's probably going to destroy you. He's also passed away, but I mean, you know, back in the day, this guy wants to crush you, he's probably going to crush you. Legend. Had to be in the collection. Next, we got Triple H. Another legend. He's the boss now, I guess, but back in the day, he was a badass. Him, who was it? Shawn Michaels, Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, Chyna, Six Pac. They were D-Generation X. Pretty cool faction, and you know, kind of did whatever the hell they wanted to. But I only got Triple H out of them. I didn't really like Road Dogg or Billy Gunn or Chyna or Six Pac. I didn't like any of them, but I like him. Triple H is cool on his own, so he's in the collection. Next up, we're getting down to my favorites. We got Brock Lesnar, man. This guy's legit. Fought in MMA. Strong as a truck. Just a badass dude. Nobody on planet Earth can tell you they are happy that they would have to fight this guy. If they do, they're lying. I mean, fighting him is a last resort. This guy's badass, and he had to be in the collection. And now we're going to go through my top 3 wrestling figures that are just my favorites. So, first, we got this Mr. T in his referee outfit. I love everything about it. Looks great. It's got Mr. T. I think I put these gold chains on him. I don't think he came with these gold chains. But I got him off another Mr. T figure, I believe. And he's just badass. He's one of my favorites. And then I have a few versions of Hulk Hogan, but this is my favorite. I don't know what this outfit was in, like probably some event, but I like the blue and the white and the red. And I just like the beefier build to him. You know, makes him look a lot thicker. He's my second favorite figure. And then here, wearing the Double Eagle Championship belt, is my number 1 favorite figure. Stone Cold Steve Austin with the orange knee braces, jean shorts, black t-shirt, Double Eagle title belt. He's got it all, man. Face sculpt looks real. Looks like Stone Cold could be in the room with us. Those are my top 3 of all my male figures. Now let's go through the female figures. Up first, who's this? Who did you hand me? You gonna say the name? Becky Lynch. So we got Becky Lynch. We'll just line these guys up across. We don't have too many of these guys. We've got Alexa Bliss. Who else we got? We got... I forget her name. We got Carmella. These are ones that the daughter likes the most. And one that I like the most, Tori Wilson. One of my favorite characters from the 90s. Who else you got there? Another favorite, Trish Stratus. I can't say that word. Trish Stratus. There we go. And we have, maybe she's not from WWF, but she's awesome. Her name's Thunder Rosa. I think she's AEW, but she is badass. The figure looked badass too. I had to buy it. Anybody else? Oh yeah, we got Liv Morgan. Another good one. Anyone else for the girls? Who's this? Oh, and this goes to Macho Man. This is Miss Elizabeth. This was supposed to go with him, but she can be a lady wrestler now. She's supposed to have a skirt on, but my daughter wanted a skirt for her dolls, so she doesn't really need a skirt to kick ass. Probably just limit her ability to kick ass. But yeah, that is my 2025 wrestling action figure collection. I am going to be hunting down the new Kevin Nash figure because I'd like to reenact the NWO. I did buy some custom shirts, some NWO shirts that would fit the action figures. I'll do an update video on that. But yeah, guys, are you guys into wrestling too? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if like me, you are carrying on this tradition with your kids. And, you know, I'd love to have you comment and post a photo and just, you know, just spread good content, you know. I think family time is important, and I think this is something we've been doing for a long time as guys on this world. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you saw some cool figures, maybe some that you might want to go out and buy now. And I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you in the next video, guys. See you later.